Hello, everybody. Mr. Moo here in the cockpit, here in Elite Dangerous, here at Shinrarta Dezhra in the beta, because it's new ship day. Never skip new ship day. Shoutouts to Lashios King, aka Palpatine. Shoutouts to Marino Twine, and a Link is here. And we're so glad you are. Welcome aboard, everybody. Marino Twine, what are those news headlines that appear on screen? Oh, that's just me dinking around. Nothing major. You're skipping New Ship Day? You should never... Well, you're here, so you aren't skipping New Ship Day. You're just, kind of doing it, you know, kind of... You're half-assing Ship Day, much like I half-ass many, many things. That's alright. Also, a shout-out to Jack Little, who raided me yesterday, just as I was raiding Malik. Beautiful timing, as always. Lay sigh. So, how is everybody? It's Wednesday. We're good. I got a Hank. I got a Yuki. Howdy, Hank. How you doing, buddy? Well, that's right. Come here, little harf beast. There you go. Yeah, when he meows at me, he doesn't go meow. He goes harf. Kind of a funny little dog, isn't he? Anyway, taking a look here. I've done some preliminary outfitting, just because I like to be sorta, kinda ish prepared every once in a while. Today's one of those days. So, the Crate Phantom. Let's start off with this baby. Spacious cargo hold, relatively generous quantity of hardpoints. Too large, too medium. It is a Federal Assault Ship without the Federal Assault Ship permit. And also a little bit faster, a little bit more maneuverable, and holy god, that jump range. Let's see here. Versatile ship suited to a range of roles. Has enough firepower to hold its own against larger targets, enough straight line speed to outpace smaller targets. This is true. The ship also offers 8 internal compartments, allowing the pilot to tailor the ship to their requirements. And while it lacks the firepower and fighter bay of its sister, the Crate Mark II, it is both faster and lighter. So, let's have a look at this. Top speed, out of the box, E-rated everything, 256 top speed, boosts to 358. Already, we can see something going on here. Maneuverability, 3 pips, that doesn't really mean all that much, as usual. Laden FSD is 8 1/4, unladen is 9 3/4. Decent shields, decent armor, everything is, you know, standard E-rated. 7E power plant, this thing will carry guns. 6E thrusters, this thing will move in a hurry. I've already taken some of the equipment off of one of my exploration ships, one of my ships that I wanted to try to compete with the Amundsen, my old Asp Explorer. Didn't quite get there with the Grey Ghost. That made me sad. That was unfortunate. However, let's have a look at what I've been able to do with this, retrofitting this thing for exploration. It's not 100% set yet, but already I'm seeing some promising numbers here. Okay, first off, jump range. All I have to do now is put in a vehicle hangar, and that's pretty much it for the mass. But right now, we can boost to 423, we'll cruise at 302, and with a full tank on board, 67 light years. I am already impressed by this ship. Let's get the vehicle bay on board just to get the full exploration number experience here. Goodbye, Explorer Conda, you will be replaced. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, okay, this is fully engineered, and this is also running a Class 5 Guardian FSD booster. Just so you know, just so you're prepared. Other than that, though, let's see here. 3D shield generator, you know, the 6B fuel scoop on board. Still 2 Class 5 compartments, so you could load up, say, a couple of Class 5 AFMUs. This shield not the shield generator, sorry, this cargo rack I'm trying to because you could either keep the AFMU and turn this into a repair limpet, or you could turn this one into a repair limpet and have a bigger cargo bay. You could have an AFMU, you could have repair limpets, you could have SRVs. This is going to be quite the exploration ship. Orion, howdy, been a while. Has been. How you doing? What's a good word? And Lashios, gotcha. Gotta go feed the kitties? Good idea. Otherwise they can be little pains in the butt, can't they? But yeah, this is very promising. So with this, we could throw this out and stick in, say, like a, you know, wee bit of a cargo rack. Turn this one into an AFMU, or AFMS, I guess. Yeah. And then turn this cargo rack into a repair limpet. Half a ton. I'm not too worried about half a ton. Repair capacity 60. What's a 1A do? Repair capacity 60. 2 tons. Okay. Repair capacity 180. Let's go with that. Few odd jobs here and there, nothing exciting. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so this is what it's kind of looking like in terms of exploration trim. Let's throw a few limpets on board. We don't have to fill the cargo bay with them. Just, you know, a couple. Let's see here. Turn off this because that. Right. It's always over on power priority now, not on... There we go. Turn that off. Turn that off. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to turn off. That's the one I wanted to turn off. Anything else I can turn off right now? Let's see here. Well, I don't need the cargo hatch on if I'm not going to be using the limpet controller. So there we go. And then if we really, really wanted to... we could stick one overcharge on, because why not? There. Little extra juice just in case. Sensors are already lightweight. Life support is the same. Engines, I'm not even running a full boost on this thing. I'm running a grade 3 dirty drive tune. Something you can get from Felicity. So let's go topside and have a look at how this thing handles. Gear up.
Ship uncoupled.
Landing gear
Speed
up.
on exit.
Okay, and this is an exploration trim, not combat or smuggling. Set 2-1. Cruises to 300 at least. Happy with that. And now let's hear that beautiful exhaust note. And boosts to 419. Turns all right in real space. I like the maneuverability rating on it. Let's pop into Super Cruise and see how it handles there. Oh, this thing. This dances in Super Cruise. Certainly feels a lot better than the Explorer Conda. I mean, yes, you give up a little bit of range. What's the range on this thing right now? But you got to remember, this is also keeping with. Wonder if you can play it like a Federal assault ship. That's a good question. I don't run a FAS often, but this thing seems more maneuverable and faster. So you'd almost play it like a cross between FAS and a Vulture. Of course, it's got those big wide wings, so it's a really nasty target profile if you're trying to avoid getting hit. Okay, so about 15, maybe 13 light years less than a Jumpaconda, at least the Bifrost right now. But this is, I mean, I just swapped in the FSD from another ship. I don't know if it's maxed out like the Bifrost is. Vox, good afternoon. How you doing? Encoded emissions, 2 minutes left. Oh, why not? Targeted. Let's go. Oh, it's 2,800 light seconds away. Let's not. But no, I like the way this handles in Super Cruise. I like the way, you know, this boosts north of 400 on a grade 3 dirty drive tune with nothing else. After months of working on this software project, we're finally working on documenting the requirements. This sounds familiar. This sounds very familiar. I've fed the cats, I must feed myself, but I don't want to leave. Fair. Fair. Well, I mean, I'm just newting around right now. I still need a newt sound effect. Oh, we'll get that later. But no, this thing handles well. Excuse me. So that's a Crate Phantom in exploration mode. That ain't bad. Let's get this trimmed up for all A-rated and engineered, see what happens. Not bad, it's freaking amazing. Yes, it is that. I just try to be a little understated sometimes. Try to avoid, you know, a sure fit of superlatives.
Yankee Lima, we are happy to have you, Commander. Please note that all station services are at your disposal. Permission authorized. Cleared for landing on pad 20.
Pad 20. Pad 20.
11 o'clock immediate.
And these thrusters are significantly undersized. What am I running for thrusters on this thing? These are...
Docking complete. Perform landing.
These are 4D.
Station services are at
This thing will run Class 6 thrusters. Class 6, Class 5. Well, we can take a look here in a moment. But no, this thing is seriously under-engined. Yeah, this will run Class 6. So, let's get this thing set up for combat/smuggling. Boost speed 578. All right, let's power up this baby. Let's throw some proper long-range sensors into here because, well, a little worried about, when you're running a smuggling ship, you kind of want to have something set up for, you know, spotting stuff at range. I must be out of room on the stored modules at the moment. 1 second. Yep, out of room. Let's open up some space here by getting rid of the crap. That's better. Okay, now then, the optionals. When smuggling, I typically just straight out ignore everyone. I only care who's coming out of the dock as I'm coming in. Well, with these shields, that shouldn't be a problem. I have anything here to browse with?
You, Namekian, too strong. Explain now.
He fused with Kami so we could become stronger.
The f***'s the Kami?
Basically, God.
But I'm still here.
Do you really believe your own hype that much?
I am the hype.
Sniper Man, welcome aboard. Yes, new ships. It's new ship day. Don't skip new ship day. So we got 64 tons of cargo right here, which ain't bad. I mean, we could drop the FSD booster, get ourselves down to like 36 light years, and still have a... You know, that's not bad, actually. Let's see what happens when we throw this in. Store that. Okay, 36 light years, 29 with a full cargo rack, but, you know, that's not horrible. 104 tons of cargo. Let's see if we can't up that a little bit more. I mean, I suppose you could swap this out for a 64, and then you could have a Class 5 shield generator on board. Not the worst thing in the world. Turn this repair limpet controller into another cargo rack. Ain't gonna need it. Let's just arm this thing up with, you know, anything we can find. Overcharged incendiary multi-cannons? Why not? We got the power for it. Frag cannon? Sure. Now this, by the way, is not any kind of... I wouldn't recommend this build, I'm just putting stuff on. No, at least I wouldn't recommend this weapon loadout, I'll say that. And this is also not configured at all for stealth, but what the hell, we're still going to try it and see what we can get out of it. So this will cruise at 413, boost to 578, and carry... how much cargo? We should have a look at that again. Let's get our fire group set up. There we go. Composition scanner, discovery scanner, heat single underneath. Okay. Alright, let's see how it handles now with... Actually, let's just get a look at the outfitting screen for the numbers here on the turning. Okay, pitches at 51, rolls at 148, and yaws at 16. So about 10 degrees less than the Taurus. The Taurus Chieftain build. Not bad. Also got light indicator, which is nice.
Disengage from landing pad. You are go for departure.
Heat sink deployed.
Okay, going inertial. Let's see how long it takes to heat up.
Deployed.
You are clear of station restrictions. Have a safe journey.
And keep in mind, this is not configured for running cold. This is running overcharged engines and dirty drive tuning and drag drives, and you configure this baby for stealth. You could have some fun. Set to 1.
Thermal signature restored.
Yep, and it just hit 578, no problem. It just hit that number and pegged there. Also, do you see how little it's using the capacitor? I'm hitting those boosters and they aren't moving. Let's get back away from the station. See how it handles the thermal load here. I'm certainly not going to take this into a fight, so I may as well just pull the trigger here and see what happens. Have they changed the sound on the multi-cannons? And Vox, yes, the distributor is engineered. But it's all charge enhanced and super conduits. Oh, I like that multi-cannon sound a lot better. Seems to run cool enough with thermal multis, that's nice. engines.
Request approved. Proceed to Bay 03.
Oh boy. We're gonna bonk. Alright, entry was a little on the hot side.
No!
Thanks, Link. No, it has great brakes. It just had, heard it has a unique trail. Well, let's go have a look. We got a few minutes before we need to dock. No, it's just that it has so much more output coming out the business end of the drives. Yeah, it's got, so for its exhaust, it's got three little trails along with the main drive trail. Thanks to those little auxiliary engines, port and starboard. But no, this thing will stop. It's just that it gets up to a hurry a lot faster.
Docking successful. Flight crew dispatched. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
So, Crate Phantom. I'm a fan. I think this is going to replace my, this is definitely going to replace my Asp Explorer. And it may just replace my Jumpaconda. That isn't a boost, that's an FSD button. Tell you what. Let's go have a look at our next contestant over here. You know, assuming that the beta can keep up, because everybody is hammering on that button right now. Doot, 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 doot. Anyway. There we go. So, our other contestant today the Zorgon Peterson Mamba. Top speed, all E-rated, 316, boosts to 387. Ain't bad. Jump range is nothing I'd write home about unless I was writing a letter saying, ye gods, that's craptacular jump range. And yet, it's actually slightly higher than the Fer-de-Lance. Well, it's equal unladen, I'll say that. Shields are, well, on a Fer-de-Lance, the shields are 271, the armor's 405. On the Mamba, it's 244 and 414. So slightly less shields, but slightly better hull. More hull tanking than a Fer-de-Lance. Alright. I heard the Mamba was just a cheap man's Ferdy with poor air conditioning. Well, one thing, Orion, and we've been testing this out already. This does not stall out like a Fer-de-Lance does. This thing will continue to turn. This thing will boost... What's the term? Boost bleed? This thing will turn on a dime and give you change. Don't let the numbers... You know, don't let the numbers kind of fool you here. It's actually pretty good. I've got one already configured up here. Colossus, hey, what's up? For some reason, the cockpit has a basement. Well, I mean, it's got some size to it. So, slightly better shields on this one. Slightly. And notice that top speed and that boost speed. Oh yeah, can't use this ship yet because I've actually got cargo on board. So it's a Furdy without the drawback that makes me hate a Furdy. Sold. Yeah, let's go hit Delcar with this thing. So it does run hot. I'm trying to see if some thermal vents will fix that particular drawback. Also, it's got animated status displays back here. But no, I can see how it could have a below deck section. I mean, these ships are actually a lot bigger than you expect. Let me pull up the specs for this. Got it to 620 boost, and it gives you a blackout on hard turns. Yeah, I'm running on 600 boost. I A-rated the sensors. I could probably get a little bit better performance if I cut some more weight on it, but let's see here. Overview. Have they given the dimensions on it? Okay, doesn't look like they've given the overall dimensions on it, but looking at comparable ships, like a Fer-de-Lance. Let me pull up the specs on a Fer-de-Lance. Mamba reminds me of the Miss Budweiser. Oh, the hydroplane. I know what you're talking about, yeah. Kind of reminds me, I've got two things in mind. One of them is it kind of reminds me of the Fang fighter from Star Wars Rebels. The Mandalorian fighter that Fen Rao and his Skull Squadron used. But it also kind of reminds me, again, from Star Wars, of the I-7 Howl Runner. After the Empire nationalized Incom Corporation, they tried to get Incom to build them a fighter, which would be like the X-Wing. They produced the I-7. It wasn't exactly what you call a world beater. Let's see here. Let's look up the... Where is it? Here we go. Specs on a Fer-de-Lance. So it's 73 meters long. A Fer-de-Lance is nearly 74 meters long. It's 51 meters across, and it's 15 meters tall. I mean, cut that in half. Cut that in half, and you've still got a ship that's 7 meters and change tall. And you can fit a second deck in that. Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
You should really, I mean, if you haven't watched Rebels all the way to the end, I would really suggest you give it a look. It started off a little slow for us, but then it took off. It took off fast. Alright, let's head for Delcar. 20 light years away. What's that, 2 jumps? Nope, 1 jump, alright. We'll open up the Holo-Me editor and look around. Alright, Vox, I will... we'll get spun around, we'll do that. Then we'll hit Delcar. Actually, no, I can do that with... I can do the Holo-Me from anywhere, can't I? Excuse me. Gear up. Engines.
Detachment complete. Moderate speed on exit.
You only took 1 look at it? Well, you missed out on a lot then. Okay. Let's see the Hollow Me. Let's see if I know where to get there from here. Cockpit's amazing in VR. Oh, I'm going to have a look at that. Removable hatch. We got an access door there. We've got a ladder here. This is not a bad ship. Alright, let's get things centered. Yeah. Yep. That, yeah, so the access ladder is between the seats. I can deal with that.
Adjusting for jump.
So another nice thing that I saw, they've put the resource extraction
Friendship
sites
drive
back
engaged.
in.
No anomalies detected.
So there's that, along with the hotspots. I'm wondering if the two
Affirming exit
correspond,
point
but
telemetry.
I haven't checked there yet. I've been too happy with the nifty and the neat. Let's see, USS's Delcar 7. I want to say it's around rings of Delcar 7. Actually, let's see what happens if I get a scan on Delcar 7 from here. There we go. Resource extraction sites. Low, high. Could have sworn there was... let's see here. Delcar 11? Oh, that ain't it. Delcar 6.
Hello.
Sanson, hey, what's up? Alright, Delcar 6 is targeted. Let's go have a look at that. There's a Hazres in Shinrarta's second gas giant. Yeah, but that's like... it's a bit of a distance. I was hoping to get... Alright, somebody said around Delcar 11, maybe? Oh, Delcar 9, alright. Delcar 9, Hazres. There it is, Delcar 9. But isn't Shinrarta's second gas giant like 8,000 light seconds away? Felt like it took a while to get there last time I was doing some hunting there. So, engineering on this thing at the moment. All the core engineering is at full power. So, dirty drives, drag drives, charge enhanced, supercapacitors. The weapons on this, I'm still trying to figure out the weapon load on this, so bear with me. I'm running a Class 4 multi-cannon with overcharged corrosive, and then I'm running long-range beams with thermal vents, and then I'm running a couple of small beam turrets which are totally unengineered. Trying to find something that maybe multi-crew could have fun with. Seems like beam laser turrets would be good, and they don't run out of ammo. I had a friend who was absolutely trigger happy with missiles. Going to the res at V886 Centauri near Shinrarta. Is there a Hazres there? I'm just so used to going to the Delcar system because it was either Delcar or Solati that's got the pristines. Oh, okay. I may have to have a look at that. In the meantime, though, we've found our Hazres. Class 4 PA, 2 Class 3 multis, 2 Class 1 beam laser thermal vent. Yeah, I think I'm going to swap out the small turrets for the small turreted thermal vents with long range. I've got a couple of those on the Mjolnir for actually cooling myself down when I'm Thargoid busting. But I'm not sure I'm going to be doing much more AX work. I mean, I might prepare for it, but I don't think I'm going to... I don't know. Something seems off about the Thargoids. 1 Class 4 beam, the rest multis. Well, especially given the new sound effect on the Class 3 multis, I was very happy with that. And also I realized I don't have to worry about being in the shadow zone anymore in a Hazres, because I've got something a whole lot better than the headlights. Also, they fooled us. The Class 1, I thought they were going to be behind us, on the back of the engine nacelles. No, they're on the front. But no, I can't wait to pop into VR and have some fun with this. Do the large multis sound like GAU 8s now? Not quite, but they sound better.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Scan detected.
Balance.
Scan detected.
Well, the large multis are running out of power pretty quick, aren't they?
Offline.
Weapons.
Warning. Temperature critical.
On the other hand, he ran out of ship real quick.
Target destroyed. Outstanding.
Yeah, it's the beams eating up my distributor. I need to, Yeah. Yeah, I need to play around with this a little bit. But we're just having fun.
Under attack. Shields offline. Scan detected. Target destroyed. Outstanding.
Ah, clean. Dang,
Scan detected.
dang ski. I'm assuming you didn't engineer the distributor. Actually, I believe I did. Yep, this is Class 5 Charge Enhance with super conduits. But even with one pip, just one pip to the engines, this thing is sipping. The boosters are sipping power. I didn't think small beam lasers would do that. No, but I'm also running dual large beam lasers. So I'm running quadruple beams. Probably the problem. Hey Marcus, how you doing, buddy? No, they are not efficient, they are long range. Then again, with a ship like this, you don't really need long range because you can close that range so fast.
Scan detected.
Yeah, I need to play with this a little bit more. I'm just kind of duping around. Estimated profit. Ooh, Mamba. Yep. 07. Colossus. Think the Mamba can be compared to PT boat. Yeah, that's not a bad... Excuse me a moment. Not a bad comparison.
Scan detected. Target shields offline. Warning, temperature creep.
And go away. Almost. Almost. Yeah, I'm not sure the beams are what I need on this thing, at least the small turrets, but I need something else.
Target destroyed.
Just not sure what yet. But I will say, killing them faster and come up with Arnold one-liners. This ship is not going to set the world on fire. It is not the fast... Well, okay. I was going to say it's not the fastest, but actually it is. It's pretty damn quick. It's not the most maneuverable, and there's other ships with much higher DPS. But this ship is fun. That's the important bit to me. It is fun.
Under attack. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
You want a piece of me? You want a piece? No! I want two!
So no, I'm thinking...
Scan detected.
Alright, if you want to try that, go right ahead. No, I'm thinking I may go back to large multis. Did you really?
Phenomenal.
Well, here's where it shines in a GTFO. Impulse attack is from railguns. Any railgun that hits you, that's basically an impulse attack. Possibly cannons as well, not so sure about that one. Set 3-1.
Detected. Under attack. Target shields offline.
So yeah, I'm thinking I want to put the multi-cannons back in the Class 3 hardpoints, turn the Class 1s into thermal vent beam turrets, maybe.
Scan detected.
Phenomenal.
Tell you what this thing will do, I think it'll teach you how to do flight assist off.
Under attack. Scan detected.
But this will even let you boost 2, maybe even 3 times with, hell, I was blacking out there.
Offline. Scan
And I only got,
detected.
I got 0 pips to my engine, I was still blacking out. The turrets do have a full 360, they just don't have a, they just don't have anything underneath.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Yeah. But no, if I had something else there, those turrets would have just, you know, cut them up. Beam lasers have a feeling catching something in your spider web. There we go. Got him.
Target destroyed.
Phenomenal.
Shields.
Target shields online. Scan detected. Scan detected.
Yes, you see all. How fast are my shields coming back anyway? Shields are currently 20%. 21. 22. Okay. I've got 4 boosters on this. One of them is heavy duty. Weapons. Target power plant.
Scan detected.
Locking onto target.
Scan detected.
Come on. There you go. Are you gonna stop scanning? There we go. I can work with this. Bi-weave.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, I'm running bi-weaves on this thing. And I'm at 41% shield, so he didn't really hit me there. Engines. But no, with power to the engines, this thing will boost all day long. Weapons.
Under attack. Warning. Temperature critical. Target shields offline. Warning. Taking heat damage. Incoming mission critical message.
Still getting the hang of fighting it. Also, those thermal vent beams do not seem to be venting much.
Warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking heat damage.
Warning.
Target shields online.
And I'm blacking out. So we'll put a solid maybe in this weapon load. Shields. No, the thermal vent's on the larges.
Warning, temperature critical.
Shields.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Warning.
Weapons.
Hull integrity compromised. Taking damage.
Yeah, this isn't... This needs a little bit of work.
Module malfunction.
Set to 1.
Warning, temperature critical.
Good news is, if you need to evacuate in a hurry, this is how you do it. Yeah, wee bit toasty. We'll get that taken care of. We'll get that edited out in post. Might want thermal spread instead of drag drives? No, I want the drag drives. But I could monster the power plant instead. And if I'm not using the beam lasers... If I'm not using the beam lasers, I could monster the power plant or go maybe even a low, grade 1 low emission.
Hull integrity is within limits. All of it.
But this thing can run away very, very quickly. Clean drive to me, I mean, if just personal preference. If you think clean drive could work, then by all means. But I've never had much use for it other than exploration and or smuggling. I can see where it would, yeah. Maybe it's the devs trying to steer us towards a different way of looking at ships, which is certainly possible. But I think I've got some alternate ideas here on what we'll look at first. Actually, let's check my power plant here just to see what I'm running at. We're on G1 or G2. Okay, G1 overcharged. With no other modifications to it. So I could monster this. I'd get a little bit more weight, but I get more thermal, I could thermal spread this thing, too. But no, there's definitely options to play with here. Let's see, this thing will take a class 6, yeah. I'm trying to think if I have any power plants off the top of my head that would have, clean Sorry, not clean, but thermal, thermal spread or low emissions on them. Also trying to think if I'm running anything in... Well... I may have something here in storage, actually. Let's go have a look. Let's go take a look at some off-the-shelf parts.
Zorgan Peterson, Kilo Yankee Lima. It's good to see you, Commander. Please enjoy your stay at this
No,
facility.
really.
Permission authorized. Cleared for landing on pad 2-3.
Pad left, 23. 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock far.
So the only damage I took there, the only hull damage I took was from actually cooking myself, so...
Greetings, Commander.
Hull repaired.
Well, let's see what we can find in here. Okay. I know I've got something. Got something in the shop here. Ah, the Rogue Scholar. What are you running? Unfortunately, since they were using a different, an older save file, I don't remember where any of my stuff is stored. This is after I did a great big house cleaning and reorganizing and tossed a bunch of... you should have been here. I had a great garage sale going on. That's running a dirty drive. That's not what I'm looking for. This is going to be class 6. Yeah, that's not doing me any favors. That's class 6. The Challenger is also running class 6, I believe. Core internals, yeah. Challenger, Chieftain, etc. Yeah, the problem is that the Challenger... The Mamba takes class 5 thrusters, and the Challenger, Chieftain, Crusader take class 6s. Yeah, this is only a 5A thruster. So, everything I have spec'd for stealth is one grade higher than what I have available here. Yeah, the Fer-de-Lance is set for class 5, but I never built a stealth Fer-de-Lance, so I don't have any grade 5 or any class 5 thrusters with any kind of stealth build on them. I got maybe here on the Diamondback, possibly. Nope, those are class 4. Maybe possibly on the Amundsen. Doesn't look like it. Nothing special there. Alright, so what we gotta do is go with what we got. Now I still have some parts here in the shipyard. Actually, let's check the outfitting. See if I've got anything spec'd in storage. That's dirty drive, nothing else. It's all hull reinforcement, multi-cannons. Lots of multi-cannons and plasma cannons. Really need to work on house cleaning again. Except I already did. I got rid of all these. No, the Marino, the Fer-de-Lance that I have, I've already transferred all the equipment I had on that over to the Mamba. To do 6A thrusters, not what I need. Nope. Those plasma accelerators aren't going to be what I need here either. Yeah, that's all E-rated. I transferred it all over. Let's pop back into here. Right, the multi-cannons are stored on board the other, on the Phantom right now. Wait a minute, what? Although, running those dual pacifiers, that would make a mess of something now, wouldn't it? Now there's a particularly interesting idea. But I don't have the maneuverability on this yet. I'm not used to it at all. So I'm just going to be flailing around. So I may as well flail with some gimbals. Epic flail. That's all mining lasers. Well, what are you running on the Outrunner? The default red paint job, it's two Fer-de-Lance for me. Alright, what are these? Nah, let's just check it in the shipyard, check the outfitting. Alright. You're running efficient. Efficient beam lasers. Okay, a couple of efficient beam lasers might just be what I need. Yeah, Mamba and the Crate don't have paint jobs available yet. Give it time. Give it time. Power draw 1.06. Let's see here. Thermal load, maximum range, armor piercing. Where's the damage here? DPS 21.9, 21.9. So go with the lower one. Okay, so we'll swap out the beam lasers. Don't really need long-range beams on this, I suppose. Efficient will work just fine. So yeah, what's everybody hoping for out of their ships? Because I was poking around and the Crate Phantom is looking like a absolute beast of exploration. And you know what? We're just gonna replace this with... Oh, hell if I know. Gimbaled pulse, I guess? Maybe? Just knock down the shield some more? Nah. Crate Phantom will replace the aspects. I'm keeping the asp for sentimental value. No, it makes sense. I'll be doing roughly the same. Okay. And this isn't going to be configured in any smart way yet. Basically look a little something like that. Okay, so I lose the... yeah, I'll lose the FSD here, but that's alright. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Cargo hatch is off. FSD booster. Okay. There we go. The FSD booster will turn off, the FSD will stay on, and we should be good. Now, somebody's saying V886 Centauri. Gear up.
Landing restraints lifted. You are good for departure.
Use the Mamba for some bounty hunting if I feel like it. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go fixed on this thing, but that's a ways down the road. First I gotta learn how to fly it, then I can learn how to fight it.
Hyperspace, checking systems now. Complete. All systems check out. No unusual activity.
Right, let's get away from that. So there's only the high-intensity resource site here, I guess? Work with it. Roll with it. I'm blind now, thanks, White Dwarf. You mean that white... that one? Yeah. But no, Link, you got a plan, and I can respect that. But no, the Crate Phantom, I think, is going to be a... Merino Twine. Let's see here. Sure, it had a Hazres. Well, let's pop into the system map and see what else has rings around here. A lot of things having rings. Let's get analysis mode going here. Yeah, power play is, yeah. Weird new ship. Is it good? I'm liking it, I think. There we are. Nope, you were right. Hazres right here. I mean, it's... Well, it's only... Actually, it's only 1100 light seconds away. Perfect. Yeah, I was looking for a color scheme that actually let me see the planetary gravity. Because the blue, I love the blue, but with the adaptive lighting in the new system, it was getting too dim. And it works well in night vision mode. No terrible, you know, fashion clashes going on. But no, I do like this ship. It's fast. It doesn't stall out like the Fer-de-Lance does. You can boost in this. You can load the capacitor on Sunday and boost for the rest of the week. Yeah, estimated profit stall out. Like, when you're doing a hard turn in a Fer-de-Lance, it will basically... You'll turn faster than you can... faster than your drives can compensate, and you'll end up zeroing your speed. This doesn't quite do that. It's got a little bit more thruster response. So, there's a Hazres, but there seem to be some rings missing. Maybe. Or I'm about to crash into them at an unsafe rate, shall we say. Or it's too dark because a white dwarf star does not provide that much light, which is also a possibility. Yeah, faint rings. This one is straight on instrument approach. I'm not even going to try to... I'm going to try to estimate where the rings are here, if there are any. I'm getting an impact warning, so we must be close. Vox, I don't have a probe on this. I've got the basic discovery scanner, no detailed scanner. There you are.
Capacity exceeded. Scan detected.
Well, you were off in a hurry, ain't you? Weapons.
Scan detected. Scan detected. Warning. Temperature critical.
baby runs hot.
Warning.
Then again, railguns.
Scan detected.
I should have thrown the feedback railguns from the Taurus on this thing.
Scan detected.
But he doesn't have a power plant anymore, so, you know, that's nice.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
You know, sure would be nice if killing the power plant actually killed him. Nebulous Tuxedo, this is the Mamba. Yep. Still learning to fight the thing. But having fun with it. How are you finding the hardpoint positioning for the railguns? They seem super far apart. Well, let's see here. Here they are against a target 4 clicks out. They aren't really that super far apart given the actual size and positioning of the ship. I think they're working well. Even up close. Now, let's see here. Who we got? Perfect Bandit. And who are you? Who's shooting you?
Scan detected.
You there.
Under attack. Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Boy, when they work, they work. Target power plant. Lashley, you can put feedback cascade on rails.
Targeting.
That's what shorts out the, that's what shorts out shield cell banks. Unless you mean reverberating cascade, and that's, yeah. Oh, phase rails, gotcha. That'd be a thing. Be a hell of a thing. Oop, goodbye. Come here, you. Now for your buddy in the Chieftain. Huh. Come here, Cash.
Outstanding.
Well, they did back in the day.
Scan detected. Under
There.
attack.
Yeah, they had thermokinetic rounds on
Scan
the.
detected.
Wow, I'm blacking out. I totally blacked out there. There we go. Now I got control back. Balance.
Scan detected. Warning, temperature critical. Target shields offline. Warning, taking heat damage.
Warning.
Scan detected.
Weapons.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Yeah, you can pull a 7G turn in space. All it is how fast you can correct your vector. Or how fast you can alter your vector, I guess. No, Ghost, all there has to be is momentum. If you're flying at 500 meters per second in one direction, and suddenly you try to alter your vector and hit the brakes, there is actually zero difference between gravity and acceleration.
Scan detected.
In fact, the force of gravity we feel is 9.8 meters per second per second. Aaron, I was in a 7G inverted die with a fertile lance. Well, yeah, I was communicating. You know, keeping up on foreign relations.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Scan detected.
Yes, the finger.
Scan
Yes.
detected.
I wish these guys would stop trying to scan me. That's getting a little annoying. Good old Kerbal Delta V, yeah. Wanted, deadly, nobody else there. Now, interestingly, I pulled the trigger on the rail guns, and they cross out there. Wonder what's up with that.
Target shields offline.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, he couldn't be any deader if the mayor of town showed up and showed Dorothy a death certificate. You're just an agent, okay. You're wanted, wing of 2. So I like the small rail guns, actually. I do like that. I wasn't thinking I was going to, but I like the positioning on them. Balance. I am not a fan of the large...
Taking heat damage.
Not a fan of the large guns. Or I'm not a fan of them being beams. I mean, they work for now, but...
Warning. Taking heat damage.
Maybe if I turned it into a large beam laser under... Or, you know, a huge beam laser. And then turned the larges into multis. That might work. What hard points does the Mamba have? 1 huge, 2 large, 2 small. So yeah, I bet I could... Boy, if I turned this into a huge beam, I bet I could make it work. If I went with two large multis then.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning.
That's better.
Taking heat damage.
Yeah, we're running a little warm. Come on, cool it down already.
Warning. Hull
Weapons.
breach attack. Taking internal damage. Under attack.
5 fixed beams. Welcome to Toasty Town. Population U.
Target destroyed.
Phenomenal.
No, 1 huge, not 2 huge. 2 large.
Scan detected.
Thermal vent beams do make a large... Yeah.
Scan detected.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick a thermal vent huge, and then use the 2 for multi-cannons. Oh no, 2 huge hardpoints on a medium? Oh, you could hear the feds screaming their heads off from here.
Target destroyed.
That would be a terrifying thing. Also, it would melt. You could put 2 huge plasma cannons on it and fire once, and then it would explode. Engines. Okay, so I can black out easy enough. Let's see if I can red out.
Scan detected.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Apparently I did red out so hard I burped. Whoops. Fire once, suddenly there's an LRM class star in the system. Yeah, pretty much. John Sniff. Sniff. You're an expert. You're in a Viper 3. Well, good on you, buddy.
Scan detected. Warning, temperature critical. Under attack.
Yeah, I need to put a huge thermal vent beam in this.
Target shields offline. Target cargo dropped.
Well, he's scared.
Temperature critical.
Yeah, the boost turn is amazing on this thing. Yeah, Ghost, that was redding out. Let's see here. You are a mining ship. You're not. Target power plant. Weapons.
Under attack.
Scanning now.
Temperature critical. Scan detected. Mission objective detected.
Mission of what?
Scan detected.
I do like these small rails. I didn't think I was going to, but
Phenomenal.
no. Turns out I really do. Yeah, that's me blacking out now. Not a good place to be with a deadly conda bearing down on you. In a wing of 2.
Scan detected.
Alright, let's drop this guy, see if we can drop the conda, and then turn it back in and see what we can do for these guns.
Scan detected. Under attack. Scan detected. Target shields offline. Warning. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
No huge frag cannons. They only go up to large. If you pull the trigger on a huge frag cannon, oh my god.
Warning. Temperature critical.
I want to rip shields in half. Oh, you can do that with enough large frag cannons. In fact, I suppose I could put large frags on this one, but I've gotten so used to large frag cannons off of the Taurus. Who needs thrusters when you have recoil? You know, people keep asking about Class 4 rails for just that reason. here, you.
Warning, temperature critical.
Hold it together a little bit longer.
Warning, taking heat damage.
That is not what I was hoping for. Yeah, 4A fixed railgun. Fire once, heat 150%. And you're in the next star system over. And your ship's been bent into a U.
Under attack.
Yep, blacking out there in the booster turn. But it's fun.
Warning, temperature critical.
Come on already.
Under attack.
Damn it. I was hoping that wouldn't happen.
Warning, temperature critical.
There goes his power plant. Of course, that doesn't kill him, but that did. Engines. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Feel like the Farragut should have a size 8 fixed railgun facing through its core. Oh my god. When you want a gun, thanks to the relativistic effects of recoil, that will literally shoot you into last week. Also, no, I was mentioning this yesterday, but if you've seen the Force Recon, Space Doc's YouTube channel does this. Force Recon, the ships of the Expanse. And they did a special on the Doniger-class battleship that the Martian Navy
Friendship
has.
now engaged.
Basically the equivalent of Class 4 railgun turrets. Maybe Class 5. They've got 2 of them on board the Doniger
Scanning for
class.
anomalies. None
But they also made allowances for... Let's see. They also made allowances for 2 more of those railguns. They just couldn't figure out a place to mount them because the ships kept melting down when they tried it. And a grill, hey, what's up? Let's get back here. Let's see if we can't tune up this gun a little bit. The shields are holding nicely. Of course, I've got 1 or 2 enhancements on them. Majestic has pretty big railgun turrets, but they don't do that much damage. Yeah, I... Wait, are they? No. No, you're right, they are. Maybe Frontier got scared. I mean, honestly, they ought to be hitting like a, you know, like a semi-truck full of hammers. Class 4 Imperial Hammer. If the first one doesn't get you, the next one will. And Northema, yeah, 1080p. That's what I'm casting. Is there trouble? Hoping not. And if there is trouble, do I have transcoding? Mark Sam, hello. Pull up a seat. Balance. The ship you wanted to see. Yeah, I've been having fun with this. Rail shotguns. Oh, you mean like the Hyper Assault Gauss rifles from Battletech. Clantech. Clantech Rail Shotgun. I think the closest they have is the Pacifier Frag Cannon. Because really, I mean, you've got a railgun. Why are you going to, waste all that velocity on a bunch of little shots when you can have a slug that just absolutely punches through anything? Weapon config, going in to get it switched out, but I've got a huge multi-cannon, 2 large beam lasers, and 2 small railguns. But we're about to swap out the multi-cannon and beams as soon as I find my parking spot. Because I was kind of toasting myself a little bit. A single slug that disperses into pellets mid-flight. I'm not afraid to overheat, but I am, I want a huge laser ought to knock down shields. Do you think the Imperial Hammer is worth it? I have it. I do like it. It's, it's not the be-all, end-all weapons, but if you know how to fire a railgun, then, yeah, it can do good things for you. Space Brick. That would be like a beehive round. Trying to remember. Didn't the Yamato class battleship play with something like that? An anti-aircraft shell fired out of the 18-inch main gun? If I remember right, it ripped hell. Ripped absolute hell out of the gun lining. Okay, let's get to another couple things here. So I'm going to pull the rail guns out of the Taurus. Yeah, I'm going to pull that feedback cascade rail out of this. Space Brick, they tried. Didn't go so well. I think, yeah, I think all the pilots that flew against it said, oh, they're shooting off fireworks at us. But yeah, they tried to use anti-aircraft guns out of the main armament. And it is better than a railgun, that's true. It is better than a railgun. If you don't know how to use a railgun, then it's going to be of questionable utility. But, things like feedback cascade on an Imperial Hammer, all it takes is one hit. And if you can triple hit that, well, those shields aren't coming back. And yeah, Ghost, like those shotgun shell things, except they're filled with, they're like magnesium shotgun shells. So it's supposed to perforate and or set any aircraft it hit on fire. And didn't quite live up to expectation. And feedback cascade there. Remember watching Thing and believe they tried it on cruisers as well? Entirely possible. But I know that, you know, whatever effect it, you know, had, they had to special make the ammo for, you know, Yamato. It must have worked with the cruisers, because Yamato came pretty late in the war, if I'm remembering right. Or they just never... Well... There were a lot of harebrained schemes back then for, you know... I mean, look at the P-1000 Rat on the other side of the war. Okay, shipyard. What have I got that can carry... Alright. Ah, thank you, Ghost. The Sanshiki anti-aircraft shell. That sounds very familiar. Huge missiles. Knowing this, it would just be a missile launcher with firing all the standard missiles. Although, huge missile launcher. Bear with me on this. Imagine a huge missile launcher that fired off standard-sized missiles in a Packhound type swarm. Okay, what's my modification on this? This is long range, nothing else. What about you? Long range, nothing else. Yeah, they don't have Packhound tier 3s. Packhound is only tier 2. Thinking of like one massive missile on tier 4 that insta-kills anything it hits. You're looking for a tier 4 torpedo. I could have sworn I had a ship with good big beam lasers for... You know what? Let's see on the No, Nebulous, there is no tier 4 torpedo launcher. Excuse me. Torpedoes only go up to class 3. If I remember right. Alright, module reinforcement. There's got to be a good beam laser in here somewhere. Efficient regeneration, that is not what I'm looking for. Though the efficient might work. Beam laser. Come on. Thrusters, no. I need... What are you? Efficient weapon with thermal vent. There we go, class 4. It's not going to get here anytime soon, but, you know, we got it now. Yeah, I built that one for mining just to test out the new mining stuff. Still on the fence about it. Trying to think, did I strip out the... No, maybe I did? Let's go have a look. Did they improve the new mining yields? Haven't really checked. I tried it on the first day they did it, and I was more searching for stuff that, you know, stuff you could fragment. Like Roxy could explode. However, in a couple hours of mining, I did come up with like 40, maybe 50 tons of painite. So that seemed a pretty good mining yield to me. We'll efficient this for now. Sell these little rail guns, put a better one on. Module cannot be fitted for legal reasons? Nah. Bite me. Well, you can still do mining as is. It's just that there's new, the new tools are for getting, there's new tools for getting more out of it. You can still mine with just lasers, straight up. Let's see. We need the right. Overcharged autoloader might be nice. Yep, I forgot to transfer them off of the crate. One moment. But if you go back to the start of the show, I show what the Crate Phantom can look like in exploration configuration. It ain't bad. You're looking at high 60s, low 70s. Phantom is replacing DBX's Bubble Taxi and nearby exploration quests. Yeah, I'm almost considering putting it on the long-range stuff. Almost. Mind you, that's a very, very large almost, but... non-zero chance. Oh yeah, Ghost, go back to the beginning. I had a Class 3 dirty drive tune with 0 drag drives or anything. Just something it wasn't even a full Class 3. But I was getting around 67, 68 light years and boosting to around, well, it was north of 400. I had AFMUs. I had a repair limpet. Worked really well. Mamba's just the baby of the Fer-de-Lance and the Viper. Not totally wrong. What do I need here for my modules? We're running a little hot here. If I turn that off, and I turn the FSD off, okay, we're good. We're running real close to the raggedy edge, but we are close. This is gonna get hot. Oh well, let's try it. Alright everybody, just remember, it's gonna get bright again. Repairman Patch, good evening from the UK. Good afternoon from Seattle. Gear up.
Ship uncoupled. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Engines. Rasmafed 07. 600, there we go.
You are clear of station restrictions. Have a safe
Landing
journey.
modules already retracted.
Why am I at VY can't? Yeah. We were trying the multi-crew. Kept crashing out last night. Dear Frontier, please fix multi-crew. It's still bugged.
Detected.
Discovered mission-related signal source. I have no idea what that is.
Vectors.
Yeah, and let the gunners target subsystems. Please.
Maximum velocity engaged.
Wait a minute. I am not flying the Rockstar. Okay, that's another bug. It's actually using the,
Key systems are at optimum levels.
It's actually
Readying
using
for
the name of the
exit.
last ship I was... Actually, it's not using the name of the last ship I was aboard. Weird. A, why was I watching so closely? B, ow. But you can really tell the 1080 quality in there. Unfortunately, I don't think my eyes will ever see in 1080p again. And that's with the darkened canopy. Imagine if I had external camera. Okay, now I can kinda, sorta make out the rings here. Ish. Maybe. Esque. I mean, it appears to be a ring around a black hole, but that'd be kind of neat. Just watch all the material go spiraling in. Dear Frontier, please incorporate accretion disks. Nebulous Tuxedo, an accretion disk is the disk of matter that kind of has to take its turn to spiral into a black hole.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Alright, this is gonna get hot. Weapons.
Scan detected. Under attack. Target shields offline. Warning, temperature critical. Scan detected. Scan detected.
Stop trying to scan me already.
Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
Ow. Plasma cannon to the face, not pleasant. What the? And my controls have... There we go. My controls hung up for a moment. Can't say I particularly approve of it.
Scan.
Yeah, I definitely need to go fix guns on this ship. Otherwise, I'm just going to be mad as hell at this.
Warning, temperature critical.
It's good, but I think I need something else in here.
Warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking heat damage.
Also, your power plant's dead. You should be too. Much like that.
Under attack. Power plant capacity exceeded. Warning.
Warning what? Oh, the beta is still betaing. Let's go see what's over here.
Outstanding.
Scan detected.
Warning, I have a pan.
Scan detected.
Yeah, stable build would be nice, but at the very least we can kind of get our, initial impressions off.
Warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking heat damage.
Incendiary rails, or incendiary multi-cannons. Not very useful.
Scan detected. Target shields offline.
Need to play... Seriously?
Scan detected.
Warning.
So I've got an idea on this. Let me kill this guy and then get it figured out.
Target cargo dropped. Scan detected.
You know, I love how if they, you know, if I'd...
Detected.
They jumped right in front of my arc of fire. If I hadn't let go of the trigger, I'd be the one in trouble.
Target destroyed.
Not Captain Darwin Award and his buddies.
Scan detected.
So I'm thinking,
Power plant capacity exceeded.
if I put... engineering on the top laser is efficient with... I think it's regen,
Target shields offline.
which isn't of any use. I was just looking for the efficient more than anything.
Under attack. Frame shift charge detected. Warning. Temperature critical.
Outstanding.
Target destroyed.
Barnard, you are correct. However, I've got all these guns set up for red. They're just red coloration on them. Also, I think they changed the sound on the large multis.
Phenomenal.
They sound the same? Maybe I just never listened to large multis very much, but to me it sounds like they're a little bit more... They got a little bit more Bert to them.
Phenomenal. Outstanding.
So I'm wondering, maybe I keep these incendiary rounds on the multi-cannon, switch the huge weapon to a corrosive multi. Hey Delta. HS, how far have you pushed the Mamba's speed? I've hit 600 with a combat load on it.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
It's a federal agent. Probably don't want to shoot him up. You, on the other hand...
Target shields
Doink.
offline.
So what I'm considering is keep the incendiary multi-cannons, turn the beam laser back into a huge corrosive, and then keep, you know, just manage my trigger groups a little bit better.
Outstanding.
How close is it to an eagle?
Scan detected.
Much like an anvil compared to an eagle. It does not...
Scan detected.
You gotta kind of Tokyo drift it around.
Under attack.
It slides really well.
Target shields online.
Like, really well.
Target shields offline. Target cargo dropped.
Yeah, I've got my shields modded up pretty good, but it can also... Come here, you. Yeah, I've got my shields modded up. I'm running the standard 4 shield boosters, 2 resistance, 1 heavy duty, 1 thermal resist. Yeah, I have the heat under control now a little bit, but no. Punishment must be more severe.
Target destroyed. Target cargo dropped.
Ah, grats on that, Delta. Alright, you're kind of dead.
Scan detected. Under attack. Warning. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption. Scan detected. Taking damage.
And now we go. Set 2-1. The hull on this is not strong. But it has great GTFO drives.
Outstanding.
Good speed, though. Let's try boosting that drive again without the overheating. And yeah, it's been a while, HS. Yeah, it can take a beating with shields, but then you need to run. Now, I could probably modify this a little bit and play around with it and put more, put more armor packs on it, but then you start losing even more speed to it.
Temperature critical.
And Saturnine, hey, what's up? So no, the big problem with the Mamba, and this is going to be a big problem for a lot of people.
Course adjustment.
Seriously, what is wrong with voice attack today? I just rebooted it and it's still slower than hell. Anyway, the pitch rate is 20 degrees less than a comparably engineered Chieftain. However, I get nearly 70 meters per second on it, so also it will slide around very well. And it has, that huge hardpoint on it. But no, it does not pitch well. Internals seem weak, the racing aspects seem underplayed. Yeah,
Confirming
well,
exit
okay.
Point telemetry.
Actually,
stand by.
Okay, seriously, voice attack? Holy crap. You are a good minute behind me. We're just canceling you right now. And let me see if I can see chat again here in a moment. Now, racing builds, yeah, just for fun, but some say it's more of a jousting ship. I don't quite adhere to that. as for the racing aspects, I can see where this would be a good racer. You just can't... What you can... It can be renamed a barbecue. Well, you're not wrong there. But where this thing really shines... Let me drop down to Jameson here. Let me get configured for engines here. Yeah, on any other ship, this wouldn't overheat as much. I still need to play around with it a little bit, but we're getting close, I think. We're getting close. But no, for racing, actually, I think that this thing could be a good racing ship because... And no, I'm not running armored, I'm just running an G1 overcharge. I just pulled a bunch of stuff off the shelf. But look at the way this thing can, you know, power slide around. And look how little it was using the capacitor when I fired that off. With 2 pips, the capacitor is refilled. So this thing is speedy. Can it refill with 1.5? Yes. With a little bit of change to, actually with a little bit of time to spare. Is it me or is the room with the lights around the entry new? No, I think it's always been like that way. Of course, now you got me wondering. Oh, lighting is the same, graphics were changed. Yeah, there is that. Major graphics changes. Okay, so let's change this beam laser up. Into you. And we can look at the specs here while we're in the outfitting. So with the thrusters, I'm pulling a 42.7 degree pitch rate. Not terribly impressive. But the sliding around does make up for that. And I will say, it's a stable gun platform. Sometimes you want stability. Sometimes you want to be, zipping around and, barely in control on all 3 axes. This one is more stable than a Chieftain. I will say that. Let's see here. Let's get the fire groups reset here into something else. Alright, so we're going to turn off the Class 4 multi-cannon here. We're just going to have the 2 Class 3s chew away with their incendiary rounds. Let's see how that works. "7A thrusters. You'd be going into Super Cruise without the Super Cruise drive. I love it. I want one."
Landing restraints lifted. Maintain course.
No, the vertical and lateral thrusters on this thing are damn impressive. In fact, let's see what happens. Okay, so it almost fully refilled on 1 pip to the engine capacitor. Almost. Call me crazy, I may attempt an AX Mamba tonight. Sniper Man, you are insane. And I have the hiccups. Eagle with 8. What do you say about computer cabinets about the height of a keyboard or control surface of a desk? They are a thing? I have zero opinion on those. If you got the room to make it work, make it work. I've got my case just sitting out. Of course, I have a very what's the word? Unorthodox desk. There we go. I was blind, and then I could see. Now I'm blind again. So the next time you see me going to V886 Centauri, get your sunglasses on. And after the show today, I will record some footage in VR and see how that handles. Because if I can get control of this thing without... In Pancake Vision, I'm not being too... I don't know. I'm not thrilled by it. I want to like this ship. I want to like it a lot. I've just got to figure out the proper setup on it. Is it immersion when looking at a star can make you blind? It's the most immersion. Super effective immersion. Anything under that is just substandard, and then you got submersion. Something, submersion, something, and that proves Half-Life 3 is coming out sometime soon. Speaking of... Oh, hey, they fixed that. You move the stick back, and now it actually comes back. Yeah, and that just confirms Waterworld bases or something.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
In conclusion, Wookiees come from Kashyyyk. Unless you can't convict.
Scan detected. Under attack. Scan detected.
Alright, this is what I got the rails for. And I just blacked out.
Scan detected.
Come here, you.
Scan detected.
Either he's got pips to shields or your multi-cannons aren't doing anything. Answer, yes.
Under attack.
There, finally.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
Come here, Patrick.
Scan detected.
Oop, ship.
Scan detected.
I want to like this ship. I know there's a good ship in here somewhere.
Under attack. Warning. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
If the good side of the ship isn't showing, throw frags at it. Do I want to just go with class 3 frags on this thing? But then I don't have enough shield knockdown. This thing really needs a wing to shine, I think. You know, I am amazed I didn't actually crash into anything.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Wonder how well night vision works with silent running. On this ship, I'm probably going to explode in a heartbeat, but let's try it.
Silent running. Warning. Temperature critical. Thermal
And there we go. So night vision works fine with silent running. Let's see here. Let's get the ship properly. Pre-flight checks, orbit lines, report crimes. No, I need beacon, silent running, reboot, repair.
Diagnostic repair sequence initiated.
Oh, can other players see you easily when you're silent running? No, they fixed that. Okay.
Repair sequence successful.
And shields are back. Excellent.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Target shields offline. Warning, temperature critical. Under attack. Target cargo dropped.
So I'm feeling closer to liking this. So, I mean, this thing is going fast enough that it really is, this thing is going to be a flight assist off trainer, I think. For FA off combat. Because that's where the pitch rate really shines. It's got a slower pitch rate than the Chieftain, so it's not going to be nearly as, what do I want to say, out of control if you make the wrong control input or, you know, too much input. That is a very large gun over there. Let's go say hi here.
Scan detected. Under attack. Scan detected. Scan detected. Target shields offline. Warning, temperature critical. Scan detected.
Well, he's just having all kinds of bad days, but he's in.
Scan detected.
So if you pull up in the boost, you're going to black out. However, if you use downward thrusters, you can somewhat alleviate the blackout. Basically unload the G-forces a little bit. See, I'm pulling right now.
Target destroyed.
I'm blacking out, but if I use downward thrust, that corrects a little bit. But I have never had a ship that is so reliably good at blacking you out.
Scan detected.
Alright, come here, you. Finish your scan. There you go.
Warning, temperature critical. Warning,
Whoop.
taking heat damage.
Well, shields are gone anyway, so I'm happy.
Under attack. Power plant capacity exceeded.
Wing of 3. More than a wing of 3 in there.
Warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking heat damage. Under attack.
So you can't go blasting away with the guns and the rail guns at the same time. You're gonna have a bad day. Things are getting better though. I'm kind of starting to like this setup a little bit better. But no, I think this thing will really super shine when you got a wing of buddies in here. Do combat myself, but muscle spasms in my nose are annoying the crap out of me. Yeah, that would be annoying. I think I just blew up his shield generator. Yep, his shield generator's at 0. Huh, lucky shot.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
This is so much nicer being able to use night vision mode. Oh, flying in the dark side used to be such a pain in the butt. The number of ships that I lost in the rings, in Shadow. Suddenly boost, suddenly gone.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
The biggest thing I hate about Class 3 multi-cannons, I hate the spin-up time on them. Damn, do I hate it.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Doom approaches, end is nigh, blah, blah, blah.
Under attack.
This thing likes flying backwards, I can tell you that much.
Offline.
Yes, I know they're large Gatling weapons for ships.
Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat
They're smaller than a
damage.
GAU 8, though.
Warning. Taking heat damage.
1,000 years in the future, you'd think they'd be able to spin something up a little bit quicker. There, now stay dead. Well, in space doesn't matter much. I mean, it's really when a Gatling gun is spinning up, it's just trying to overcome its own momentum, its own inertia.
Under attack. Warning. Temperature critical.
Come here, you. Condo.
Scan detected. Scan detected. Target shields offline. Under attack.
I do realize I'm still being chased by somebody else, but you know, waste not, want not.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
needs... I don't know what it needs.
Scan detected. Target shields offline. Scan
I mean, I realize it's not going to burn down shields, and it's not the same... It's not the same effective firepower as, say, you know, frags.
Scan
And I'm not going to be able to get frags on this thing like I am with the Taurus. I don't know. Needs more theory crafting.
Target destroyed.
Athron? Athron Zala? Huh.
Scan detected. Under attack.
Insert Captain America, I get that reference picture.
Scan detected. Warning. Temperature critical. Scan detected. Target shields offline. Scan detected.
Almost had him.
Scan
Well, this
detected.
pass ought to get him, hopefully. Yep, got him.
Scan detected.
Let's see what you're carrying. Are you not paying attention? The reverse on this is astonishing.
Under attack. Scan detected. Warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking heat damage.
I need rail practice anyway. Ah, hell with it. Die.
Temperature critical.
Alright, Link, take care. Thanks for popping by.
Target destroyed.
I'm just not sure what to do with this. There's a good ship in here. I'm just not sure where it's at.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Scan detected.
.34% shields. Welcome back, Budman. How you doing?
Under attack. Target shields offline. Warning, temperature critical.
Well, maybe it's more like a P-38, good at intercepting and killing big things. That's certainly true. It seems to have a loadout that definitely favors hurting very big stuff.
Warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking heat damage. Target shields online.
I'm not... So it's got high speed. Good. I mean... Do I want to say good alpha? It's got weapons definitely designed to punch through harder hulls. That can be in no doubt. Do we go with the A-wing slash on it? Do we stick cannons on these large hard points? I mean, cannons would certainly give a little bit more responsiveness.
Frameshift charge detected. Scan detected.
Cruiser 71, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew.
Target shields offline.
Phantom looks so fast, but the Mamba is pretty. True on both counts.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, true on both counts. I mean, the Mamba is pretty fast itself. I'm getting this up to 600, and I've got armor on this thing. It needs something corrosive, I know that. Mamba equals, yeah, light FTL, pretty much. Not a bad way to consider it. Faster, a little less maneuverable. It's that lack of maneuverability that's kind of hurting me. Then again, I've been so used to the Chieftain that it's kind of something to be expected. It's more stable. Stable isn't always a bad thing for a fighter. Railguns have good positioning on them. Almost got him. Sniper Man, see y'all in the Discord. Take care. Yeah, take care. Good to talk to you.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
And he's gone.
Target destroyed.
Now for you. I mean, I'm holding on to the ammo pretty good on this thing. That's nice. But maybe I need something that has a little bit more alpha on it. Maybe I do need to go with the pacifiers on this thing. Just, you know, instead of going with incendiary, just, you know, punch down the shields. Punch them till they explode.
Scan detected. Warning. Taking heat damage. destroyed.
Let's give that a look, actually. Let's head back to Shinrarta and pull up... What's everybody think? Fixed pacifiers
Scan detected.
or gimbaled standard? What's the consensus? Leading more towards pacifiers? Not a bad idea. Especially if also packing rails. True. Now, the third part of that equation comes in. That's where it gets a little problematic, because not sure exactly what to do with this I keep saying underslung like it's a fertile lance, with this huge hardpoint behind me. What would work well there? Do I keep the multi-cannon and just swap around fire groups a lot more? Certainly be a little bit more involved. Or do I stick a class 4 cannon in there? Budman thought I was going to use it to drain heat. I'm not so sure about that. If I'm not using incendiary multis. Now let's see here. Cruiser. Fire groups are problem running a huge beam with thermal vent to manage heat. Yeah, I suppose that, yeah. But yeah, I mean, the incendiaries were the things generating all the heat here. So I don't really need a thermal vent on that for that. Talk to you later, Delta. Have a good one. Huge beam G5 efficient thermal vent. I have one. Haven't tried it out yet. It should have arrived by now. Because the pacifiers, they like you to pull the trigger per shot. Multi-cannons, they like you to hold the trigger. Beam lasers like you to hold the trigger. Thus a conundrum.
Zorgan Peterson, Kilo Yankee Lima. It's good to see you, Commander. Please enjoy your stay at this facility. Access authorized. Please head directly for Bay 20.
No, the vertical and horizontal thrusters on this thing, though, they are quick.
Docking successful. Commence power down. Station services are at your disposal.
It's a riddle inside a mystery inside an enigma, yeah. Turreted Class 1 frags for the auto fire. That's not bad. Huh. Class 1 frags and turrets? You could, boy. You could stick corrosive in there, then you wouldn't have to worry about that. Then again, the railguns knock down any shields. Okay. Possible idea. Possible idea. That's running Dazzle instead of screening. Oh, that was my bad. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, no, it's fine. I'll just run dual Dazzles on this thing.
Plot twist!
Let's see here. Commander Liella, thank you so much for the follow. And yeah, pretty much a mystery. It seems to have heat issues no matter what you do. I've almost got something I think maybe possibly. Now, this isn't anywhere near efficient. This is just me poking around with what equipment I've got here. So we drop that for now. Yeah, this thing runs warm. I was noticing that when I was spooling up the drives as well. Okay. So, check our fire groups here. So I want the multi-cannon over here on trigger 2. The pacifiers go on trigger 1. That way I can swap back and forth rapidly between the railguns and the multis. I mean, if I were to do this properly, I'd have screening shells on both of those pacifiers, but we can work with this. Gear up.
Detachment complete. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Right, voice attack is I'm flying here. Excuse me. That's true. To get the... That is true. You'd have to fiddle with the mass, fiddle with the... There's some weird calculations going on.
Clear station perimeter. This is traffic operations. Signing off.
I'll get it sorted out. I mean, this thing is... I keep thinking to myself, this thing is not going to be a world beater. It's just not. This is going to be an above-average combat ship. For people that just want to kind of... This is a hot rod. This is not the daily driver. This is something you take out for...
Objective detected.
For whatever. But... maybe we can still make something out of it. If you can get it to shoot, yeah. But no, this is fun. This is the fun ship. And I'm okay with fun ships. There need to be more fun ships. Hey Ghost, what do you think of the idea of a super stripped down Viper 3? I don't know how they do it, but maybe put a cutout on it like on this. Just absolutely erase all of the weight they could. Maybe poke around with the... Actually, how would this be? A small ship that had 4 medium hardpoints on it. Just, that's it. 4 medium hardpoints. Doable? I mean, it's triple as doable with the Imperial Courier. Mostly pie in the sky stuff anyway. 4 mediums, change off in armor. Yeah. Maybe give it some level of maneuverability somewhere in between, you know, a Vulture and a Viper. I mean, this is just me, you know, spitballing ideas off the back of a napkin right now, so... Excuse me. Let's see here. Cruiser. I haven't gotten the Phantom yet. Gonna see if I can build one along the lines of a heavily shielded Federal assault ship. I think that's totally doable. A small with 2 huge? On board a light ship. Are you insane, man?
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Right, let's actually see so I don't hit something.
Scan detected.
Okay, that's the pacifiers. That's the rails. That's the multi. Oh boy. Alright, well, let's see what we got here.
Under attack.
Well, I can always bounce off him.
Scan detected. Target shields offline. Scan detected.
Come on.
Scan detected.
Almost. Yeah, fixed. This is a little... So if I...
Scan detected.
Yeah, if I gimbaled those...
Destroyed.
If I gimbaled the large frags...
Scan detected.
But then again, this thing would... I mean, with these dual pacifiers, this would tear hell out of a large ship.
Target destroyed.
Anyway. No, we'll continue playing around with this, and maybe kind of sort of play around with the crate as... Excuse me, play around with the crate as well. Yeah, the FTLs, yeah. This thing doesn't... It would have a pointed nose, except somebody got rid of it. Took a chainsaw right to the heart of the ship. But no, we'll play around with this a little bit more in the future. Also play around with the Crate Phantom, see what we can do with silly builds there. In the meantime, though, it's, I've run my 3-hour allotment. And unfortunately, I've got other stuff allotted up now, so... yeah, the Phantom, from what I've seen as well, the Phantom does seem to be hell of a strong. Not the same raw firepower, but it's got the maneuverability that it can dance. A little bit more of a little bit more of a martial artist than a sledgehammer. But yeah, in the meantime, we're gonna get going. Unfortunately, got to take off, but no, I had fun today. Found some interesting stuff going on here. Not 100% sold on the ship, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Thank you all for coming out. Pleasure to meet with new people. Pleasure to answer questions. Pleasure to just hang out, chat it up. This was a good day. This was a really good day. So let's go see who we're going to go bother now. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Ghost. Yeah, no worries. I got distracted too in there. Let's see here. Who all is on? Lavangi is on. Let's go over and say hi to him. And Vox, Potato7 to you too. Fly safe, everybody. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous. If you can't fly safe or fly dangerous, like I always say, don't let the cat fly. Take care, everybody, and see y'all tomorrow. And in the meantime, let's go over and say hi to G-Man. Take care, everybody. See y'all tomorrow.